standing here alongside Liam James, who's recently relocated from the northeast of England, I believe it is, Liam. Liam, just tell us about your story and why you decided to move to Ireland to train under John Kavanagh.
I've always, since I fought in Cage Warriors, every time I fought, John's been there with one of his lads, and I've always liked the way, well, they all seem to do really well. I've always liked the way John seems to deal with his lads and stuff. Just seemed like a good setup, and I feel like I've reached a point in the northeast where I think I've went as far as I can go, really. So yeah.
And was it you shipped a loss to Alan Philpott on Cage Warriors?
Yeah.
Was that what prompted the move, or had you been thinking about it for a while?
Well, I had been speaking to John. I was supposed to be coming over to do the odd week or two, for other fights previously. Things kept getting in the way, and then in the northeast of England, we haven't got one gym where everyone we've got some great lads, some great fighters in the northeast, but there's nowhere for we're all really divided. I'm travelling paying £200 a week, driving to loads of different gyms, boxing here, MMA there, jiu-jitsu there, and there's no structure to it.
Is that a problem all throughout the UK, or was it only in Newcastle you found this?
Well,
from your experience,
from my experience, it's just for the northeast really. You've got Cowborn and Liverpool down in the northwest, and there's just nothing like that in the northeast of England. So we're all very divided. Everyone does their own thing, and I just think that I need something a bit more than that.
So you said that you'd met John a couple of times at Cage Warriors. How did the conversations come about? Was it the last event
after our fourth passed away? You went, "You're a beast, you should come and do a bit of training with us."
So John actually invited you?
Yeah. He invited us a while ago. Obviously we've had been talking since then, and I was supposed to come over to do the odd week here and there, and then. So
what prompted the change from the odd week to full relocation?
I just felt like I needed to do something drastic. I'm on two loss slope at the minute, and I just thought I need to do something drastic to change it up.
And you mentioned before we went on camera here about your weight, about going down to 125.
Yeah, I walk around at about 76, 77 kilos, and then I have to diet hard down to 68, and then cut to 61.6, and it just puts a lot of pressure on my personal life, because obviously my girlfriend's got to put up with his being grumpy diet and stuff. I'm tired for the last 4 weeks of camp. The last thing I need to be worrying about is how tired I am, because I'm hungry. And then just the cut just took out of his what makes me the fighter I am, me aggression, me ferocity. I can't perform at that weight, so I'm going back to featherweight, moved camps over here, and hopefully get back to doing all right. And
you mentioned your girlfriend, and is that going to be tough now, leaving your family and your friends?
Yeah, it is tough, but she's really supportive. She's understanding. She after the fight, she would rather can't make the sacrifice than see me and make her because halfway through the Philpott fight, all I could think was, I can't believe I've made my girlfriend come and watch this, and she doesn't want it. She says it's a small price to pay for that not to happen again.
And you said about the benefit of having everything under the one roof here in SBG compared to Newcastle. Is there any other particular things that drew you over here? Is it McGregor?
There's some top lads here. There's some top lads in the northeast as well, but we just haven't got the team spirit, or we're a really good bunch of good friends who get together and train, and there's no real structure to it, or we haven't got a single now John's the main coach, and he oversees everything. We haven't got that up there, and I think I need that. I think that's the next step.
You've made this, without wanting to look too far ahead, obviously financially this is going to be a bit of a burden, but do you think learning under John you could go back and maybe you could open the facility that all of the fighters could come underneath?
Yeah, if that's ever going to happen, it'll be when I retire, and I can put me all, I've always said if I become a coach, I would want to be just a coach and put up me all into, if I'm fighting, I want to be putting me all into fighting. I don't want to be trying to juggle both, because I wouldn't be able to put me all into both. So the coaching's a long way off, and hopefully when that day does come, I will be able to provide something that's like
And in terms, you said great bunch of guys who all train and help each other. Do you think the standard over here will it help you improve, or do you think it'll be similar?
The standards, the standards pretty much the same. It's like I say, it's not really much different. It's just like a different lad, different bodies. It's a different, like I've been here a week now, and it's like the way that everything's structured is different, and I think it'll bring us on a lot. Like
John Kavanagh has housed a lot of fighters in the past. Miles Price has stayed with him. James Gallagher now is staying with him, who's only 16. He's a jiu-jitsu guy. Yeah, how do you think, will that feel weird for you? Have you ever lived with a coach before? Have you ever had a coach there all the time?
No, I've never lived with a coach, but I've been in situations where I've had to adapt to, and like, put it this way, it's not the most weirdest thing that I've ever had to deal with, and so I can adapt pretty well to any kind of situation.
And in terms for your goals for the rest of the year?
My goals for the rest of the year is basically I've come here basically, and in my head I'm starting from scratch again. Everything I'm trying to not forget everything that I already knew, but in my head I'm coming in here as if I'm a novice again. Start from the bottom and work my way back up. I'm hoping to be fighting on the first of June maybe.
In Dublin for
yeah,
Cage Warriors?
hopefully. Nothing's like concrete on that yet, and then just get back to fighting, make it fun again, working hard, getting better, and then hopefully get a couple of wins before the end of the year.
And just one final thing, do you think for fighters that are coming into new gyms after spending so much time with their own team, do you think it disrupts the new team a little bit, or do you think fighters should travel around, they should train at other gyms?
I think yeah, it is good to travel about, and because you train with the same people for a long time, you get used to everybody, and then you go to a different gym and everything's all different, and it sort of like sets you up and knocks you off a little bit.
So training partners might know your
your
A game, and then they'll aim to defend that, where if you go to a new gym,
it's like you're going into a fight, you're going against people that you've never faced before, and it can only help. I cannot see it doing any damage.
So just to clear up one last thing up, Liam, hopefully if you get the fight on June 1st, it'll be at featherweight?
Yeah,
featherweight.
Yeah, I'm fighting a featherweight from now on.
No problem.
That I know much for definite, because I can't perform like I should be at bantamweight. My body just won't do it.
Thanks very much, Liam. Thanks for your time. I wish you all the best this year in Dublin.
Take care, man.